NFC West football takes over Thursday Night Football, and it's a big early season throwdown. Arizona Cardinals at home coming off their first loss that has them at 2-1, welcoming the Seattle Seahawks for another battle of the birds, the Hawks flying in on a high.
Torrey Horton down the sideline, and it's a touchdown! 95 yards, the longest in Seattle history.
12s are amped right now, 2-1 and relatively healthy compared to their division rivals, and they just watched their boys put it all together. 37 points of offense week 3 makes back-to-back games with 31 plus.
Darnold back to the air, throwing end zone for Horton. Touchdown! Torrey Horton, a punt return score. And now through the air, and Seattle adds to its lead.
Sam Darnold built off his Week 2 showing. Can he build off his Week 3 one now? 14 for 18, 218 yards, 2 TDs, a 154 rate. Over 12 yards per attempt. That's not big boned, that's Cartman fat.
And still on his feet. Now moving, and he's got a man. Smith-Njigba at the 30.
That was against the Aints, and the Arizona defense ain't them. Did everything they could to beat San Francisco, holding them to 16 points, 2 for 10 on third down, 1 for 4 in the red zone, have held all 3 of their opponents under 23 points this year.
But that ball is batted in the air by P.J. Mustipher.
How about the secondary Darnold takes on? Held Mac Jones to a low 80s rate, picked him off, held him under 7 yards per attempt, have held the 3 quarterbacks faced to a low 80s rate for the season.
Got a man in Pearsall, but he throws it away. Picked off by the rabbit, Dadrian Taylor Demerson. 2
guys did give them trouble in the passing game week 3. 88 yards allowed to CMC, 117 to Ricky Pearsall. What might JSN be able to do then? Jackson Smith-Njigba has hit 96 yards each game at the office, scored as well last week too. Not with Angela, but he made it into the end zone.
Throws, and he's got a man. Touchdown! Jackson Smith-Njigba.
Cards would like to be able to pester Darnold more than they did Jones. 41 pass attempts, only 1 sack. Pressure rate was slightly above average though. Josh Sweat with a sack in back-to-back games.
Mac Jones grabbed and slung down by Josh Sweat, who gets the sack.
Reaching Darnold at home hasn't been easy. 0 sacks taken last week on 21 pass attempts, a paltry 14.3 pressure rate faced, and Darnold averaged 2.8 seconds from snap to throw, which isn't quick. Saw the comments, and Darnold has been a little faster than the past, but he's not a nickel and dime artist, so his line deserves credit, being they've only allowed 3 sacks over 3 games played.
How about this pass protection for Sam Darnold? Look at it, and then there's the penalty.
Hawks big boys up front haven't assisted their runners quite as well, or Kenneth Walker isn't seeing the holes. He did last week when he was near the goal line, visited the land of puffy clouds and green trees twice versus New Orleans.
And he has a nose for that end zone of being able to find a way of slithering, turning, torquing.
Only 2.4 a carry for the day though, just 38 yards. Zona isn't easy on runners either, held McCaffrey to 3.1 an attempt, have held runners to 3.8 for the season.
Tries to go straight up the gut, but right into big Calais Campbell.
So Cardinals defense hoping for a little more help this week. Their offense only able to scratch out 15 points week 3, 5 for 15 on third down, 1 for 3 in the red zone. Haven't eclipsed 21 points in 2 of 3.
Gonna take a shot, open man, busted coverage, and Marvin Harrison dropped the ball with nobody around him, but that's gotta be in his hands.
Kyler Murray, unable to throw for more than 165 yards in 2 of his 3 excursions, 159 versus San Francisco, low 80s rate. 4.5 yards per attempt is low enough that he should have just run every down instead.
And it is incomplete! Zay Jones could not hold on!
He has to try and improve while facing a defense that's held each opponent to under 18 points, only 13 allowed to New Orleans, so we have 2 top-shelf defenses in this game.
Rattler looking deep. He will take a shot deep, and he's got a man down there. Okada comes over and breaks it up.
Strength of their defense, their secondary. Kyler has to try and figure out a group that's held quarterbacks to a 77 rate for the year, held Spencer Rattler to a 79 rate by picking him off and keeping him to 205 yards, only 5.6 per attempt.
Trying to direct traffic, takes a shot, throws, picked off by Kendrick. Darion Kendrick with his second interception of the season.
Hawks DBs, 42 yards allowed to Rashid Shaheed, 51 to Jawan Johnson. Chris Olave, 57 yards on 10 catches, 14 targets. They held him to 5.7 a catch. Next up, Zay Jones, 3 targets last week, 25 yards. Marvin Harrison, 44 yards.
God, he wants to go downfield, and he's gonna connect with Harrison.
Not exactly WR1 production, though. Trey McBride remains their most consistent pass catcher, 43 yards and a TD versus San Francisco.
Fake it, Murray, throw it, McBride holds on for the touchdown!
Hawks pass rush, Byron Murphy a sack in back-to-back games.
And that's Byron Murphy with the sack.
He's going to start to think he's a pass rushing machine.
Murray can be hard to track down, only 1 sack taken last week on 35 pass attempts, back-to-back games with only 1 sack taken. He escapes a lot of them and takes off, 37 rush yards a week ago, 30-plus rush yards in each contest so far.
So he's trying to maneuver with his feet.
No more James Conner when he hands off, so Seattle's front squaring off with Trey Benson, 42 yards, 10 carries last week.
Best run of the day for Arizona belongs to Trey Benson.
And he will have a tough time as well, as Seattle is also strong against the run, have held runners to a paltry 3.2 a carry, held Alvin Kamara to 2.3.
It's a really good job by Morris coming off the edge right there and playing the run.
Hawks with 7 straight wins in this battle of the birds. Cardinals won the first meeting, though. First clash in 1976 was good, too.
Opening day, the team participated in another first, the inaugural for Seattle in the Kingdome. Jim Otis and Terry Metcalf each rushed for more than 100 yards, as the Big Red amassed over 450 yards total offense. But the explosion was needed, as the Seahawks put plenty of points on the board themselves. The outcome was in doubt up to the final play, but the Cardinals had victory number 1, 30-24.